this election happened when it comes to Nitish Kumar after 20 years of incumbency. So people talk of anti-incumbency all the time in the context of elections, but in this case, there seems to be, is there a formula whereby you convert anti-incumbency into pro-incumbency? Because this is not just a defeat of anti-incumbency, this is like a defeat of anti-incumbency with a vengeance. Nobody, before the election results came out, anticipated that the NDA would cross 200 out of 243 seats, but they have. And they did this without any so-called wave factor being at play. So we are seeing this again and again, in different assembly elections, the opposition has been doing pretty badly, So is there something in terms of a transformation happening of the polity itself wherein anti-incumbency ceases to be a factor when it comes to the ruling party at the center? Or is there something which can be explained through the usual measures in terms of caste arithmetic and leadership factor, all those kinds of things? Like, how do we make sense of this?
Every state election is different from the other. And which is why you will see that the degree and the margin of defeat in different states, other things remaining constant, for instance, manipulations and external influences on the election, the victory margin and the percentage of vote varies greatly. Like in Haryana, it was different. In Maharashtra, opposition was virtually wiped out. In Jharkhand, opposition actually won. And BJP got wiped out. And in Bihar, we have an outcome where there is a repeat of the NDA, Nitish-led NDA government. And it is almost a repeat of the 2010 election result. So all these results, although of the 4 cases which we have discussed, BJP-led coalition has won in 3 of them. The background of each of these victories is very, very different. In Bihar, there are 3 factors which explain the margin of victory and defeat. The first is that this election was actually a very conventional election.
What do you mean by conventional at all?
I'll explain it to you, what I mean by conventional. That in Bihar, there are 3 major caste coalitions, and each of them back a different political formation. The upper caste backs BJP. The non-Yadav OBCs, EBCs, Dalits and Mahadalits, they back Nitish. And the Muslim Yadav combined backs RJD and its allies, except for CPIML, which has its own independent base. So the voting preferences in these castes has followed the conventional pattern, number 1. Number 2, why this is a conventional election is because of the fact that actually it was fought by the regional parties. You see, and despite the way media is projecting it as a saffron wave, it is not exactly a saffron wave. Actually, it is a JDU wave, not a saffron wave. And in fact, BJP gained from this.
But was there really a wave? If there was to be a saffron wave or JDU wave, we would see that reflected in the vote shares. It's not the case.
What happens is that the core caste votes of different parties hardly shifts. And which is why, despite this, within inverted commas, dismal performance, the vote share of Mahagathbandhan has not gone down substantially. It has gone down by less than 1%. And JDU, the vote share is almost constant. It has gone down by, I think, 0.4%. Not more than that.
It's gone down?
By 0.4%. Because last election, they had contested 1 or 2 more seats. So if you factor that in, it hasn't gone down. Caste voting blocks don't shift. But when 2 caste blocks come together, then the election becomes unbalanced. When Nitish and JDU come together, BJP gets wiped out. When BJP and JDU come together, RJD gets wiped out. So this is the reason why I'm saying that there was a JDU wave, because it was the transferability of the votes of JDU to its alliance partners, about which there was some doubt because of the shabby treatment which was being meted out to Nitish. We were speculating that that might not happen this time, but that happened. And which is why I'm saying that this election was won because of JDU, not because of BJP. You see, BJP fielded a number of upper caste candidates. Almost 50% of their total seats were being fought by upper caste candidates. And all these upper caste candidates managed to convert their seats into victories. This wouldn't have been possible if EBC votes had not been transferred to them.
On this point, Sanjay, we have also seen reports that this particular assembly has the highest percentage of Savarna MLAs ever.
Yeah, 70.
So, and you're saying this victory has been ridden on the back of a JDU wave.
Yes.
So, BJP being an upper caste
JDU vote
party,
shift from...
Yeah. BJP being an upper caste oriented party has also got the highest number of MLAs. So, is there a case here of the Savarna representation going up on the back of other
you see,
communities?
The poll strategy of BJP in Bihar is very different from the poll strategy which it adopted in Haryana, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. Not Rajasthan, that is a different case. Because you'll see that in Madhya Pradesh, Haryana and Maharashtra, they were riding on castes which were in opposition to the dominant caste of that respective state. Like in Madhya Pradesh, Yadavs were the social base which was sustaining the BJP campaign. In Haryana, it was the non-Jat coalition which BJP had stitched up that was sustaining their election campaign. In Maharashtra, it was the anti-Maharashtra lower caste Brahmin coalition which they had worked out that was sustaining their campaign. Unlike this in Bihar, BJP was riding on upper caste, and which is why you'll see that almost slightly less than 50% of the tickets of BJP went to the upper caste, and there are 70 upper caste elected MLAs of BJP. Now, quite obviously, they did this because they were hoping to add on to this upper caste constituency the votes of EBC, non-Yadav OBC, Dalits and Mahadalits because of Nitish's goodwill amongst them, and of Paswans from Chirag Paswan's thing. And they succeeded in doing that. So that way, it is a very, very conventional election. This is one part of it. There is, however, a sting in the tail. And what is the sting in the tail is what happened with the SIR. Because in SIR, we find that there is a positive correlation between the margin of victory and the deletion of and additions of votes in SIR. So you'll see that 75 seats from Mahagathbandhan got transferred to NDA, and the margin of victory and defeat was lesser than the number of votes that were deleted by SIR. So there is some positive correlation. How exactly it affected, for that some more granular data would be required, but this positive correlation is there. So SIR, in addition to a better social arithmetic of NDA, managed to propel this massive mandate. RJD has not exactly lost support. RJD has retained its support. But RJD failed to expand its social base. It attempted to do that,